Independent. Okay, being independent, it's a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. You get to call your own shots.
Yeah.
Shot
callers.
You don't have to answer to anybody,
right.
just yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. The flip side of that is, a lot of independent women say they want someone in their lives. Independent can push prospective gentlemen, the ones that's supposed to be in their lives, away unknowingly.
Is it because you're independent, or is it like an alpha female type of thing? Or, what is it? What is it about being independent that would make like a prospective gentleman be like, nah, I don't want her?
The alpha way is that alpha females always, not always, but sometimes known to be controlling. When they get with an individual, it's hard for them to let their guard down. To say, okay, I'm letting you in to take part of what I have going on. But on the other side of that, they don't want anyone there. They just want to stay independent. And when you say independent, it's me, myself, and I. If you really want someone in your heart, you have to allow your heart and whatever you speak match.
Right.
Start letting that guard down. Not so much, but just start letting it down some.
Enter your soft girl era.
Oh, I like that. Soft girl era. I like that.
Yeah.
This generation thinks they know everything. One thing that I wish would come back would be the respect of elders. I don't see that a lot. When it comes to the young individuals of this day and time, the respect for elders have just gone out of the window. And by you being young,
I feel like I'm very respectful.
Yes, you are very respectful, but I was getting ready. No, I did not.
Penny.
Got you where you said it at. I wish that the respect for elders.
Yeah, I do be seeing stuff sometimes, and it just.
Well, by you being of the younger generation, why do you think the respect for the elders have gone away?
Because I think the elders want to be us and kind of have not demanded that respect. So you have a lot of elders who don't demand that respect. So they have those that are under them, or their kids or grandkids, whoever, that's not going to give them that respect because they people ain't demand. You know what I'm saying? Their parents ain't demand them to do the basics of elder. They was treating and cussing and smoking and drinking and doing all that with their parents. So they think they homies. You know, they don't have any reverence or, like you said, respect for elders. I think that's probably part of it. And too, like, we think we know everything. I could say a lot of younger people I know have had a lot of traumatic things happen with their parents. So it does cause them to, it's caused them to be independent at early ages, which have caused them to, I don't have no respect for you. I got it out the mud. I did it for myself. So, Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? We're here. This is us, Gospel Girls. Y'all see we got a new logo, because we didn't really have anything. So we're here though. We're bringing some, we're bringing the new. We got a special guest today, my mommy, but we're going to give her real name, Miss Penny Williams. Miss Penny Williams.
How's everybody?
Yes. So today we're here. We're just going to talk, how we do, just very low key, chill. We may be controversial a little bit. We may be not, You just never know what you're going to get. But before we start, make sure you like, share, and subscribe this video. You never know who it might help, who it'll reach. Just make sure you support. It costs $0 to do that. Shout out to Motion Method, Walking Faith Ministries, and Talking Faith Podcast. Make sure you tune in there as well. But yeah, we're here. It's Gospel Girls. How you feeling?
I am feeling okay, kind of nervous.
You nervous?
I am.
Why are you nervous? I'm your daughter.
Yes, because I know how my daughter, she is a perfectionist.
Oh my goodness.
So I'm nervous.
You don't have to be perfect. You know, we just chilling. It's a vibe. You know, even though we're recording, you know, it's still
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
I am.
Okay. So, you know, like I wrote you, I think a couple weeks ago or whatever, and just was letting you know that I wanted to just talk about women, us being independent or whatever like that.
Okay.
And just wanted to hear your take on it. You know, I'm your daughter, so I know, I know your life story a little bit. Not all of it, but just a little bit, y'all. Because, you know, I'm the daughter, the oldest of that. You know, the oldest is the best. We the favorites on the low. But, yeah, just, you know, what's your take for that? And we could just go from there and just feed off each other, feed off the conversation.
Okay. Any arena of being independent?
Wherever you want to take it.
Well, independent. Okay. Being independent, it's a good thing and it could be a bad thing. Independent as being a good thing is that you get to call your own shots.
Yeah.
You know,
shot callers.
You don't have to answer to anybody,
right.
Just yourself. You have to hold yourself accountable. And sometimes that's even hard to hold yourself accountable because, again, nobody's watching over you but God, of course.
Right.
So that would be the good thing about independency. The flip side of that is, you know, a lot of independent women say they want someone in their lives. And I didn't learn this until recently, is that independent can push prospective gentlemen, you know, the ones that's supposed to be in their lives, away unknowingly.
Is it because you're independent, or is it like an alpha female type of thing? Or, I mean, like, what is it? What is it about being independent that would make, like, a prospective gentleman be like, nah, I don't want her?
Well, it could be just like you said, the alpha thing. I really don't too much go on that side of it. But if you want to look at it like that, the alpha way is that alpha females always, not always, but sometimes known to be controlling. When they get with an individual, it's hard for them to let their guard down.
Yeah.
To say, okay, I'm letting you in to take part of what I have going on. But on the other side of that, the other way that they can push men away is that they don't want anyone there. They just want to stay independent. And when you say independent, it's me, myself, and I. They're saying that with their lips, but really their heart is saying something else. So if you really want someone in your heart, you have to allow your heart and whatever you speak match.
Right.
Start letting that guard down. Not so much, but just start letting it down some. Start removing the ways of the masculine, you know, the masculinity part of you.
Yeah.
If you have
Enter your soft girl era.
Oh, I like that. Soft girl era. I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, do that. If you have someone, a gentleman around you that you know that's capable of doing some things, hey, can you do this for me? Even though you know within yourself you can do it.
Right. Okay, that's good. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to go.
So can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Before you got with Son, would you say that you were highly independent? Or were you?
Yeah. I'm a very much I was a very much I don't need your help to do that. And if you think I need your help to do that, I'm going to show you that I really don't. And I'm going to probably outshine you or outdo you because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, just from just growing up and, you know, like, absent father, things like that. I don't need your help. Like, you know, I made it this far. What you going to do for me that I ain't, you know what I'm saying, did for myself or seen? And I always use you as a good example, you know, what are you gonna do for me that I can't do for myself, or seeing my mom do on her own? Like, you know, you're really just a placeholder. But like you said, I just had to learn that, and it annoys him sometimes. I love you, honey, but sometimes I'll act like I don't know how to do certain stuff, or honey, or act like a baby, or just, you know, just want him to help me, just because, one, I just know what that does for a man, and two, why not be in my soft girl era? I don't have to be hard all the time. I have someone to be hard for me, you know what I'm saying? Right. And, you know, not saying that he has to be that like that all the time, or just some strong, you know, but I have someone to be strong for me. So I'm relaxed, and I'm gonna be a crybaby, and I'm gonna get on his nerves, and I'm gonna probably call his name about 50 times a day, but that's what he's there for. But, you know, so.
Well, you know, you made a valid point. And that point that you said was about learning how to let your guard down in a way. And, you know, just to be honest, you know, since I've been by myself just recently, you know, just being honest, don't judge me, but recently learned that I man. And I realized that the man has a role. Yeah. And I don't want that. I don't want that role,
because that ain't for us. That was never intended for us. We just took it on because there are so many absent men, you know, and we're gonna do what we gotta do regardless. Right. You know, it's just in our nature to just protect and provide, you know, no matter what, as a woman. But that ain't our job.
It's not our job. And like I said, you can be in something and not know you're in something. You could be thinking something and not realizing that you're thinking what you're thinking. But I'm grateful that I've learned that I don't want to be the woman that wants to get up in the morning on a weekend, cut the grass, take the car to be serviced.
I don't want to be a woman that has to get up during the weekday and go to work.
Well, I get that. I understand that.
But honey won't allow me.
I understand that part. But if there's an understanding, if you guys have that understanding, then that's something different. Yeah. But
I get what you're saying, like the manual labor. You don't want to have to be obligated to do that.
Right, because I know that's not my role.
Right.
And now I know that my role is just to be the female, and the female has a role as well. So I'm willing to do that.
With just entering into your soft girl era, I feel like that's the first step, though, is realizing, like, I know I can be independent. I know I can do whatever I need to do and get it done. Right. But that doesn't mean I want to. That doesn't mean I should have to. That doesn't mean I, you know, like I said, I know my husband is there and there's plenty of things that he could do. And I'm like, okay, I could do too. But I'm going to act like I don't know how to do it because it's just not my place. You know, we're supposed to be these soft individual, you know, a soft individual, and just, I don't know, like you say, like I don't want to be independent. I don't want to do it by myself, especially if I don't have to.
But you know what? It's a lot of young ladies that say they don't want anybody in their lives, but truth be told, if they be honest with themselves,
it's a defense mechanism.
You're right. It is a defense mechanism because who knows, they may have gone through some traumatic things, you know, but even in that case, tragedy causes an individual to be soft in the area, but they don't want anyone to know that they're soft in that area. So that's why I say that we have to be honest.
Yeah, with ourselves first.
You can't be honest with anyone unless you're honest with yourself first. Because if you're honest with yourself first, then the work can begin.
Yeah.
So I had to be honest with myself, and then the work started happening. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So not that I'm a a punk or anything.
Yeah, no, definitely
I can do.
We ain't no punks. What I told y'all, what was that, a video or two ago? I ain't no punk at all.
I can do whenever I need to, but then also I know how to step back now.
Yeah.
I know how to do that.
That's good. That's good. So we just gonna bag it up a little bit.
Okay.
Because I know we introduced you, but we didn't really, like, introduce you. So, like, you know, look at the camera, tell a little people about yourself. You know.
Okay.
It don't got to be that deep. I just realized, like, we introduced you, but we didn't really, you know.
Well, you do it.
No, you do it. You tell us about you. Nobody knows yourself better than you do.
Okay, well, my name is Penny Williams.
Okay.
And this is my daughter. I have 3 children total. And I have 2 grandchildren who I love dearly. I'm not going to tell my age, which I'm not ashamed of my age, but I'm still not going to tell it. But anyway, I just love the Lord, and I surrender to Him, and I belong to Love Nation Ministries, which is also Body of Christ Worldwide Ministries, where Apostle Paul Porterfield is the overseer, the apostle, and Pastor Angela Porterfield is pastor. So, me, I'm just goofy. I love to have fun.
Where you from?
Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, New York.
Rough Rider. I just heard DMX in my head. Like,
yeah, Brooklyn, but also moved from Brooklyn at an early age and grew up in the suburban part of New York. The only thing I miss about New York, of course, is family. I am a twin, but it's during Christmas time, the snow.
That's what you miss?
That's the only thing. The only 2 things.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, because
the snow?
It's nothing like walking outside in the snow during Christmas. It's just quiet and complete whiteness. And it's just something about it just calms you. So that's the only thing.
Okay. So you from New York?
Yes, ma'am.
You were my mama.
I am.
Okay. You still didn't tell us everything.
What would you like me to say?
I don't know, Mom. You're a prophetess.
I am. And that I walk in that calling.
Yeah,
and I'm learning about definitely not. Definitely not. I'm learning about it every day. The era that I would say that I'm in now is kind of like a free falling, not a free falling, but a free flowing. In other words, God is out of the box.
Yeah, let him do what he does.
So since he's out of the box, just let him do what he does and just follow.
Yeah.
You know, too many times
we don't control freaks.
Well, I'm going to take accountability for myself.
Okay.
Too many times I did put him in that box. And because I put him in that box, I missed out on a whole lot of things. I expected him to move the same way. I expected him to talk the same way. So now that I'm out of that era, I'm not ready to miss out on anything else.
Okay.
Not at all. And no one attached to me either. I don't want them to miss out on anything.
Okay. That's good. So, you know, I'm the young'un. I'm just here to host, really. You're here to talk. I'm the young'un, so, like, what's some good... She looking like, what? What's, like, I don't know. What's some good advice that you could give?
In what area?
I mean, we're talking about being independent or whatever like that. What's some good advice?
Let's see.
Because, you know, we young'uns kind of think sometimes, not me, I'll make that disclaimer. We know everything.
This generation thinks they know everything. One thing that I wish would come back would be the respect of elders. I don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
When it comes to the young individuals of this day and time. The respect for elders have just gone out of the window. And by you being young,
I feel like I'm very respectful.
yes, you are very respectful, but I was getting ready.
Mm.
No, I did not.
Penny.
Got you where you said it at. I remember we was out somewhere.
Oh God.
And one of the kids did something.
Oh God.
And because I said no, they went behind my back and did it anyway and caught them right there. We were out. We were not at home, but I caught them right there. But I wish that the respect for elders,
Yeah.
for our elders.
Yeah, I do be seeing stuff sometimes, and it just, I really have low tolerance for a lot of stuff. So, yeah.
Well, by you being of the younger generation, why do you think the respect for the elders have gone away?
Because I think the elders want to be us and kind of have not demanded that respect. So you have a lot of elders who don't demand that respect. So they have those that are under them or their kids or grandkids or whatever that's not going to give them that respect because they people ain't demand. You know what I'm saying? Their parents ain't demand them to do the basics of elder. They was treating and cussing and smoking and drinking and doing all that with their parents. So they think y'all they homies. They don't have any reverence or, like you said, respect for elders. Mm-hmm. I think that's probably part of it. And too, like, we think we know everything. Right. And then a lot of, I could say a lot of younger people I know have had a lot of traumatic things happen with their parents. So it does cause them to, it's caused them to be independent at early ages, which have caused them to, I don't have no respect for you. I got it out the mud. I did it for myself. So,
Well, that's the wrong mindset to have, but I understand.
It's hurt, though. It hurts that makes you act like that. I understand. It ain't right, but that's what I could see it being.
Because of the hurt. Okay. A thing that really cringes me on the inside is when I hear a child call their parents by their first names.
Oh, Lord.
And when I hear a child call their parents by their first name, it's like, I could be somewhere across the room and I'll hear it and I'll be like, what did you just say?
Well, you old school.
I know, but it's going to take the old school to bring that back.
Yeah. Yeah. And times have changed. And I know, like, some people say, like, we're not in the olden days or anything like that anymore. But, old school is old school.
Well, old school is old school. But
there were I feel like at the same time, there were good values that were instilled with that raising. Because you can definitely tell. You can tell who had that old school, get you where you act up at. You're going to respect whoever. And, the ones who just don't, just unruly, just do whatever they want to.
Well, I do believe that. And then also, sometimes communication is good.
Yeah.
Healthy communication. Healthy communication, definitely. Of course, if they're like 5, 6, I'm talking about.
You like, so there is no communication.
I'm talking about the age like 11, 12, 13,
where they start expressing their emotions and stuff like that. Yeah.
That age group right there, you never know what they're experiencing unless you take the time to talk to them.
Yeah.
I remember a time where I was struggling and I went to God and I said, God, I need your help. Help me with my children. Because, I'm just going to be real. I didn't understand what was going on because it's like everything I was saying was going out the door in one ear and out the other. And I had just reached my point, my level. Mm-hmm. So, I remember God had used Pastor to minister on the children for an entire month. He had just changed everything around, and that really helped me. It really helped see me first. Mm-hmm. I had to see my errors first. And then to learn that some of the prayers that I was praying was incorrect. You know, a lot of people don't want to say that they're praying wrong, but when you get to that point where you need help, then you'll be willing to look at every area.
Yeah.
And that's what I chose to do, because I just wasn't doing it right. So that's why I had sought help. And she didn't know that it was going to be turned into the way that it was. The Sunday school was turned into teachings on the youth. And I'm grateful today, still to this day, for that, because we have a better relationship because of that. Your sister and your brother, I mean, each one of you have your own personalities, and it's because of that I know how to talk to each one of you all in accordance to your personality.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
thank you for coming, even though I know you was nervous.
I was. I hope I didn't put shame to you.
No. No. You said far more. I probably say more things than that, but no, I thank you for coming. You know, you didn't have to. You did it. And you're my mommy.
I was glad to help you out and support you all in any way.
Yes, ma'am. So thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this is Gospel Girls. Just a little short talk on being independent. We're just here to help you guys out on everyday things, you know, just to show that we're relatable. You know, we're just like you. We're all human. We're all going through the same things. And like I always say, we all got the same life. We just walking it a little bit differently. So I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Again, shout out to Motion Method for everything Logan does and his team. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.